Mike, a 35-3 victory over Moseley. Was that the perfect response after a somewhat disappointing performance last week down at Plymouth?
I wouldn't say it was a perfect response. We're pleased with the result. We're pleased we got the 5 points. But, you know, we look deeper than that. We look at the performance and, you know, I can't help but feel, as the rest of the coaches, that we probably left, you know, probably another 4 or 5 tries out there. And that's not paying any disrespect to Moseley, who we've got an immense amount of respect for. I think they're a fantastic club. I think the way that they go about their business, their spirit, their culture is exactly what you want in a rugby club, led by Mags. I think Magsy does a fantastic job. But, you know, some of our accuracy, some of our just last pass or pass choice, or should I say our poor kicking choice, in the first half hurt us. And we'll be having words about, you know, some of the kicking choices, because they're just poor decisions, and there's something we're going to have to improve upon if we want to progress and make a statement later in the season.
Yeah, certainly in that first half, as you said, talked about the backs. Maybe they kicked it when they probably should have kept it in hands. Also the forwards, we had a couple of line-outs in the first half that miscued, and, you know, certainly missed the way, left a lot of points out there. How important was it, therefore, right before the half-time break, that we scored that second try? Yeah,
I think it was a big point, and as you said, our line-out processes didn't quite fire. But, you know, there's new combinations out there, and you know, Jamie's only been here 2 weeks, but I thought we made a fantastic impact, Jamie Stevenson at hooker, and it wasn't necessarily what was going on with the throw. There's just some kind of things we need to iron out, which are fine, all work in progress and all fixable. So from that perspective, you know, pleasing that we did get that try just before half-time, because that just allowed it to settle us and allow us to regather. And, you know, we made it hard for ourselves at the start of the second half, you know, again, kicking the ball away needlessly when we could have just maintained possession, and put ourselves under pressure for 5 or 10 minutes before we took control of the game.
I was going to say that was another key moment. They sort of they went down to 14 men at the start of the second half, but they had control of that third quarter, pushing us right in the line. But we held out, then went up the other end, scored that third try, and really they caved in after that.
They did, and, you know, again, that's credit to a part of our game which is hugely improving, which is our defensive discipline. And as you said, they scored 3 points, so they didn't go over our whitewash, so we blocked them out, and that's credit to all 22. I thought the defensive discipline and the endeavour and the attitude to defend our line was where it needed to be. I think we've got things we can improve on defensively, as I would say as a coach, and as the boys would say, you know, we can come with a little bit more line speed and recognition when we can and when people are isolated, but, you know, you can't do better than shutting someone out, and that's what we've done there, and that's credit to the squad and how they've gone about their defensive work.
The scrums were terrific today as well.
Yeah, they were. I mean, you know, again, we're very fortunate with our front five, both those that start and those that came on and made a significant impact. You know, we're doing really well in that area, and again, I thought the back row played well, and then the introduction of Ludlow, you know, added a little bit more spark as well at a crucial time. I thought he did exceptionally well on his debut. A young Lewis Moody in the making, I feel, with the way he goes about, puts his head over the ball. So, you know, he made a good impact when he came from the bench. All the guys did from the bench, you know, exactly what you want. You put them on, they make a positive contribution, they make a positive impact, and we kick on. And, you know, that was a big part of what happened in that last 20 minutes.
Peter Lydon got 5 conversions from 5, scored a nice intercept try. It wasn't easy, but he galloped in from about 30 metres out, so he got 15 points in all, playing at standoff for the first time since the Saracens games in pre-season. He was impressive today. Yeah, he did well. I mean, you know, Pete was signed here as a 10/12, but he's had to, with the injury issues we've had, you know, with Eri and Jim, he's had to fill in and done admirably well at fullback. But he's got his opportunity due to, you know, the unfortunate Dan Newton incident, which you know is unfortunate for us, and we've got to deal with and manage that. But he did remarkably well. You know, he's got his start. We can talk about his ball in hand stuff and his conversions, but more importantly, his defensive game was excellent at 10 today. He made his tackles, he brought the line up, and they're the areas that we've asked him to focus on when he plays in the midfield, and he's delivered today. And, you know, he can only get better with the more time he has there. Over the coming weeks, he's more than likely to have a bit more time there, so he can make a real statement for himself. But we're really pleased with his performance today, you know, and plenty for him to kick on with. Harry Sloan as well went over for a try as well. It was just good to see everyone chipping in at important times, and of course Mark Bright with his customary 2 tries in the back of them all.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I said, we want to be a team that's renowned for being resilient and being gritty, and but contributing from all over the park is, and that's what we're doing there. The only unfortunate thing is that our wingers didn't get as much of their hands on the ball as they deserved and should have. But that's the little bits and pieces that we can work on, because that's real firepower out wide. The fact that we can score through our pack, Brighty with his customary get over driving more, and likewise we're coming through the middle with Harry and the midfield backs. Jamie Stevenson looking dangerous at half back, as does Heaksey when he came off the bench. So we're starting to be dangerous all over the pitch, but the reality is we've got to improve our accuracy. If we're going to go toe-to-toe with the big teams at the important times of the season and get momentum moving through the rest of this season, we're going to have to up our accuracy in attack and maintain and build upon our defensive discipline that we've shown today.
Did you talk about the fact that a win today would edge us even further ahead of Nottingham in 4th? They lost last night to Cornish Pirates. Did you mention that at all before the game? Not
really. We just talked about actually kind of righting some wrongs from last week and putting in an accurate performance and a performance that this side is more associated with. I think we went some way to doing that today. We're not interested in what's going on around us. We're interested in what's going on here. Because that's all we can control, and that was the main focus of the chat in the change room beforehand and again at half time. We're in control of our own destiny, and we need to focus on building and improving as we work towards Jersey. And that's it's always important when you have a couple of weeks until your next game to end that sort of wee period on a high. So you must be delighted, and I know that the team have got a wee social this evening as well. Yeah, and fully deserved. I think they've had to deal with a lot over the last 5-6 weeks, and they've done really well. They've been very professional about the way they've gone about their business. And they've got their heads down and they got on with it, and that's exactly what you expect from professional rugby players, and that's what they've done. They've shown that they can be resilient, and their grittiness, and they put in some proper performances. Not everything's gone swimmingly, of course not on the pitch, but that's the nature of the game. But we're sitting where we need to sit, and they've earned their right for this week off, and I hope they enjoy it and they rest up. They don't enjoy it too much, but they know what they need to come back looking like on Monday week, and we need to get ready and heads clear in preparation for a big week, because it's going to be a big game and a very tall order and tough task to go away to Jersey and win that game. Well done today. Thanks a lot.